And this stream should be going live. Hello. There we are. I can see myself now. Just gonna relax for a little bit, race this car around, and wait for people to start slowly funneling in. Now today we plan on doing a trophy truck. I have some ideas already in mind, some of which include the motorcycle suspension, so I'm scared. No. The first gear on this is really weak. This is my high-speed version. I'm actually going to duplicate this. Because I can just go back here and move this and just put a little connector in, and it takes the gearing down a bit and makes it more usable. There we go. Come on. There we go. What's top speed now? 266. But it's more reasonable, at least. That's the main thing. And there's 6th gear. Really have to slow down for this because this is a really heavy car. Can't get it through the corners though. Too heavy. It's actually a lot of fun to make cars that look nice. Like, of course, the most efficient cars are going to be the ones without the decorative shells or without the nice looking, like, the jet that we built. It would have been fine just to put propellers on a jet and fly that around. However, once we actually like make this decorative and it looks nice, it's just a lot more fun to actually drive it. Hello, Helix. It's still morning for me. It's 9 a.m. here. 9:19 more specifically. Just racing this around the track a little bit while I wait for the stream to fill up before we actually begin building the trophy truck. This is something I built last night for fun. I was experimenting with some transmissions. I was actually trying to work on the drift car a little bit more. And I actually made a pretty good drift car with a really good transmission. And I was like, you know what? I want to make this look nice. I wonder if I can make it into a muscle car that can still drift. And the answer is no. The shell in this car is just so heavy that it can't drift anymore, but it's still fun to drive and race. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes for people to start funneling into the stream, and then we'll start actually building the trophy truck. I probably wouldn't say 10 minutes. Maybe 5. I just want to drive this car a little bit more, to be honest. Still got a little bit of drift left in it. I actually discovered a really compact 6-speed you can build, which is what's in this. I did redo the layout a little bit, but I can go back to one of the previous versions. If I can find it. I need to organize this better. No. Where is it? I can't remember what category I put all these into. These were the drift cars from the other day. Here it is. So, if I build this transmission right here, that's a 3-speed. Like, from here to here is 3-speed. And then all you need after that is just a really compact 2-speed. And this is the torque curve it gives out. This is one of the vehicles I was messing around with using as like a drift car. I'm actually probably going to put this into the trophy truck because this is just really compact and really reliable, to be honest. Yeah, for the drift car, I was doing 2-wheel. I've bounced back and forth between all-wheel drive and 2-wheel drive for the drift car concept. All-wheel drive works, but it has more requirements for it to work. So 2-wheel just seems to be the better and the easier one to get working well. That's why it's only 2-wheel drive. Alright, so let's actually get to building. I kind of want to start with the transmission, honestly, because it's going to be the biggest, bulkiest thing. So, what I need to do is I'm going to set this down as 3. Actually, no, I could probably set this down as 2 because I have these pins to pull from. And then here, I'm going to have 3, 4, 5, 5. Hello, Mun. And then this will be 4. Because this will stay there. This will come back. That will go there. Here. Done. 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 Hmm. Can't put the turbo on if I do that, though. Hmm. I'm going to try and do something like trophy suspension with the motorcycle suspension. That's my goal, at least. I do see a problem, however. I'm going to have to rebuild this. What's a good way to do this? So I want to have this flexibility. Duh, I can just do this. There we go. And then this needs to actually, both of these need to rotate, it looks like. Yes, you can finally place pins in the gear shifters. Hello, Annie. Yes, this will actually be swapped out for a trophy truck suspension here soon. I'm just putting this in real quick so I can test torque curves and things. Yeah, the gearbox was just weird. Now this is the engine. I don't want that to go in there. One, two, three, four. Hmm. I am probably going to have to mess with the torque curves and stuff. So for the time being, I'm just going to slap an engine on here. For the time being. Yeah, I plan to use the motorcycle suspension, yes. Hey, there's the curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I wanted to see. What I was considering to do was basically, because I'm planning on doing a trophy truck, I could actually put a gear ratio on the engine itself and just move the engine in like this. And then my turbos could fit down here. And have this soft little down gear on the front of the engine. There we go. Real quick, I'm just going to slap a front end onto this. And hopefully the car just doesn't explode when we go into free drive. Steerable. Yes, thank you for the reminder. I don't think a trophy truck needs to go over 200. Do you? Oh! I think they go 270. Oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to. Top speed is 217. We could Good. If we do really want that extra speed, $272. Oh, I'm not trying to be gold. I'm trying to hit leaderboards. We're gonna have to like armor the bottom of this too. Alright. So let's clean up a little bit. Let's remove this, because I think this is how we're gonna go with it. So these can both be 8. Now what we need to do is actually get this front axle powered. And higher. Actually, do I want to even go higher? Because once I have the motorcycle suspension... No, this is going to drop anyway. Okay. So what I need to do is figure out how I'm going to push power from the back to the front. Probably going to do so through here. So let's reinforce this back so we don't accidentally disconnect the rear axle. There we go. Now I can just push power right through there. Ooh, the engines are right in the way of that axle. I could get rid of 2 turbos, honestly. 3 turbos. Let's make it symmetrical at least. Why do I not have power here? I think I do. I think the game's just not rendering it. The tiny wheels on the back. Didn't make him steerable. Alright. We have power to the front now. Oh, I'm gonna have to move this. Because we're gonna go to the motorcycle suspension. I'm gonna do it just for the sake of symmetry, even though it's not gonna connect to anything. I'm gonna actually move these out then, because those... You could place a planetary gear at each wheel. They can have a smaller... This is a 6-speed transmission. I don't think placing planetary gears at each wheel would have a smaller gearbox. Yeah, this is a 6-speed. Let's bump this up to... That should make the rear axle solid. Oh, I know why. I forgot to put a pin back in it. I forgot to put this pin in. Oh. Oh. Time to add on some armor. Actually, you know what? I could just make this entire plate the armor. It's not gonna work the way I wanted it to. I could do this, though. Those don't shift, so... Because what I want is to have... Where's the beam? There it is. That there. I could pull... Yeah, I could pull just from the rear. I want to put these back in so I don't accidentally disconnect something I shouldn't. And then... do that. Alright. Added a lot of weight, which I don't care about. It's a trophy truck. But we added a lot of armor, which is very fitting. And I'm happy with. I'm gonna have to, like, keep my hands on the air controls, too. Oh, they just evaporate. The motorcycle suspension just evaporated. Back suspension needs to roll. Because that one wheel is always lifting off. I see what you're saying. May have a solution for that. This might work, it might not. This may add way too much roll. Or it may just completely disconnect the rear axle. Yep, completely disconnects it. Still being powered somehow. Honestly, I think this made it worse. I did. I had a control arm, which was this cluster of stuff that was over here. Motorcycle suspension super weak. I could just weigh the back down a little bit. Because right now all the weight's over the front wheels. And even once I put a chassis on this, it should weigh it down a little bit. Yeah. Or I could just put the weight center and make it look like a spare tire. Alright. I'm going to grab an image of a trophy truck. We're going to start putting a shell on this. Ooh, I like the look of that on the back. Alright, let's start with the back end. Actually, no, let's just start putting the frame around this. Like the wheel wells and stuff. So we know what kind of size we're looking at. Yeah. I'm hoping that once we have some weight on the rear end, because right now there is no weight, like there is nothing back here. Once we add some weight to the rear end, I'm hoping that keeps it on the ground, because look how far forward our center of mass is right now. Once we balance that out a little bit, I think it'll be a lot better. Use this pin to lock this in. From what I've been able to tell, it doesn't, sometimes doesn't rub. I'll tone it down. Because with the muscle car, I don't know if you were here earlier when I was racing around in the muscle car, that didn't seem to actually rub when I turn. The front end is pretty high. I'm actually going to move this armor plate up for the sake of ground clearance. The back wheels are in slightly, which is fine. I want the back end to have a good slope to it. Because the back end does come out quite a bit past that rear wheel. Hello. Blustock? I think that's how you pronounce that. I could be completely wrong. I just want to make sure and get it past this rear axle. Okay. Oh, okay. Good morning. Yeah, I'm actually gonna put weights back here as the spare look-alike because right now we are so front heavy and there's no weight on the back of this. So I might do something like this just to shift the center of mass a little bit backwards, or quite a bit backwards. If I did do spare tires, I'd have to be really creative with the suspension because you can't put the spare tires on just normal connections. You can't just throw a tire here. So I'm probably just going to use weights. Well, the problem is not only will you not be able to see it, the problem is it's also like it will have suspension, it will have bounce to it. So the wheel will try and compress. I want to go for the spare tire look. I just have to figure out how I want to go about that, or how I want to make that look. Right now, I have the weights. I will likely likely switch that out. Also, this is going to go forward. I don't want to like copy a specific truck. I just have like a bunch of different trophy truck images up. And I'm just looking at those for inspiration. I want to get the basic form down. Then we can do the detailing. I'm gonna do orange with white because that's how I did my old trophy trucks from like scrap mechanic days. Just the way the spare tire's mounted. Let me look at it. Okay, when I look up Donut Media Trophy Truck, I see like 5 different trucks. Okay. The blue one. Can I don't think I can put axles. Because here, for example, let me grab. I don't think I can turn this. I don't think I can. Oh, I can. I might. I might do that. I might do that. I might mount it like that in the back. But for the time being, I need to figure out this roll cage. I want to do that. Is what I'm thinking of doing. I want. I think I have a way where I can use an actual wheel. Like I said, for the time being, I just want to get the form figured out. Hmm. I really want to have the front of the vehicle have stripes on it. So basically setting up this. There we go. Something I also want to do with this is actually have the same like wheel well fenders coming to the front. Or at least some added shape to the hood. I gotta try that. No, it's not gonna have a big enough bed. As funny as I think it would be, I know it's not gonna be a good idea. Little tow hooks on the front. And let's see if I can sneak in some headlights. Actually, I know how I'm going to do this. There we go. We're going to paint this up later anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Well, here's the thing. The clear is an unlockable paint, and I'm concerned that if I use that paint, people might not be able to download this vehicle. I want to extend the back out more. This one's going to go away because I'm actually going to grab the long boy. Slap that in there. It's not high enough. That might be. It might be high enough. Let's put a roof on it, see how it looks. I think that looks pretty good. The nose is a little big. I might try and shift this forward then. Question is, do I go on the outside or the inside? I think the outside look better. I'm gonna do something fun for part of this though. Actually, in preparation for that, I'm gonna repaint this thing completely when I'm done, by the way. So don't think it's gonna look like this. I need to do Can I make this look better? Yeah, I could try and make a cowl hood. Hmm. We'll laugh when we're gonna have to piece this back together because I could do something like this. We'll make sure this is all mounted to something. There you go. That should be holding everything. Well, hello, Sasa King. I'm in creative mode. I've also unlocked everything in the career modes. Doing all right. So far, I'd say this is looking pretty good. Almost done. Thank you, Nashabo. Um, what is the transport my stuff supposed to be? I don't understand the thing. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna duplicate this because I've been working on this for a while. Build something like this. Just you can build a trailer, you can build a truck with a bed. I have a creative mode where this is something someone else built. Someone else built this. It's got a nice bed. This will work. What you need to do is where's the transport my stuff one? It's up near the top. There it is. This wooden structure is actually like Helix said. It's a conveyor belt. So what you have to do is you have to like, oh, they made it so you're lined up. It looks like you just drive under it and it pushes blocks off. And then you drive that up to the little blue smoke up here. Drive all this stuff up there. This is actually the vehicle that I used when I completed the campaign for this mission. If the trailer wasn't the obvious giveaway, that's what it was. Yeah, it's not exactly explained. And then, ta-da, done. I think the only thing we may have left is to put this wheel in the back. Or that. I'm gonna grab this. Will this fit? Oh, that's a big tire. Here's the stats. The power could use some. It's getting heavy. Max speed. We might actually dial the max speed down. We might have to put a gear ratio on this. I see an issue. Okay, where is that issue coming from? I can't move the camera to look. Okay. This piece doesn't seem to be bolted anywhere properly. It's coming out of there, but is the game not recognizing that as something structural? It should be fine. I can just pull a stabilizer out of... No, I can't, because that's not symmetrical. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a gear down on this. Does the engine still have... Yes, it does. Okay. Do I have room up here? No, I don't. Can I make room up here? Maybe. No, I can't. These pins. Now... Probably didn't have to do all that, now that I look at how I have this built. Oh well, still should function. Assuming the car just doesn't immediately explode as soon as we spawn it in. The car has errors. Cool. This isn't bolted in anymore, apparently. Alright, we dropped the speed a bit. I actually removed a few turbos because the gears got in the way. Oh, I didn't line up with that at all. I still want to gear this down a little more. Alright. I wanna actually experience all 6 gears. Fender flares on the back. I don't think I'm gonna make the back spin. Alright. Gearbox. Hmm. Just one turbo. There we go. Extra turbo. So everything else is being occupied by gears. I have quite a bit of room up here, though. Temptation. Let's see if this causes it to have, like, the 2 gear shift issue. Alright, here. Let's go back to garage. Let's go to the flatland, see how the gears are actually shifting. Because 1, 2, 3... There's 6 gear shifts. Yeah. I have an idea. Don't mind the cramped conditions. There we go. That's what I wanted. I don't know. I don't care. Mine has 6 because I love the 6-speed transmission I built the other day, and I'm wanting to put in everything now. Oh, for those who don't know, there is a secret. There is a secret. Someone told me about this in the comments. I'm gonna show it to you guys real quick. So, if you come to the end of this, and if you go, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then if you go at a 45-degree angle from here, you'll find the red X. So the whole, hey, I think there's something on that red X. There is something. The red X that appears on the map, because the map is rotated, it's wrong, but there is something out here. Yeah, there's a color out here. I should run into it. Or nearly run into it. Unless I just drove past it and wasn't paying attention. Nope. I think I just... Yep, there it is. It's a torn down building, and there's a secret color inside it. It's the prototype color, which is just the texture that's on the floor here. Alright. I've got a few things I want to do to this, but I'm actually really happy with how it drives right now. So we're going to duplicate. It's a C-tier car! We did it! We got a C-tier race car! Someone was talking about that the other day while we were streaming. I'm going to move this to the outside because I think it'll look nicer. I want to make this shorter. Because I make this longer. The wheel at the rear looks really nice. I might actually try and do something else with that too. Because when it comes down, because it does, I think it does compress a little bit. So let's look at this when it drops. Make sure we didn't also just completely sever the frame in half. We did completely sever the frame in half. Good to know. Having it look like it's on a pin there would be cool. Why is the back so stiff? It's because we're using the motorcycle suspension back here for the aesthetic. Maybe add axles in the holes in the 45 beams at the back. This one? Or in the back window area? Add axles in the holes. These beams? I don't have a 45-degree beam in the back. So if I put a hole there, and you want me to put what here? Something like that? Kind of see what you're saying. Makes it seem sturdier. Oh, a crossbar. give me a second. I'm gonna come back to that. Crossbar. The pins with axles. Oh! I like the beams because I don't want to have... I like the beams because I like the structure. This is best of both worlds, and I really like its look. I'm just going to put in a... beam here. Gonna have that bed liner look. Just to fill in these holes down here. Hello. All right, time for some proper painting. I like the idea of having this outer edge kind of painted like that. Or I could even go up and over with it too. Then I'm going to go with the orange, because that's my color. Ooh, and then these are going to go gray as well. I actually like having this just be dark. Make sure, let's go along the body, the bottom, not body. Oh, that's a gear shifter, okay. And then this one's gonna go like that as well. Yeah, I like the gray there. All right, now we just need racing stripes. Oh, that's the... Red highlights. One piece on the inside. Oh, I see it. There we go. I think I'm gonna go a little more orange, like here. Doors. I don't want to put red doors. I could possibly do the red. Like that. Yeah. From what I've seen, from what I've been told, no, there's no friction. Oh, I lost some pieces. What did I lose? Oh, I see. I see what happened. Forgot to pop a pin back in. Down here, so these... Oh wait, I can't. It's the only place I can push it. Okay. Can I paint the wheels? No. I know you can paint them if they have like little white stripe around the edge, but these don't have the stripe because they're the off-road wheels. Hey, it rolls over. Come on, just a little more. No! Don't have this is the only camera view we get. There we go. No. barely not enough. Yeah, if I had gotten a bit more build up, I probably could have. The race on the other map? What race on this map? I see that has the jumps down here. Is that what you guys are talking about? This one? Alright, garage, career, wild curves, oval race. Which one? Wild curves. I've already lost a wheel. This thing is not fast. Hi, Neri. Excuse me? I'm surprised we survived that. Oh. This is not a good racing vehicle. It looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely amazing. It races like crap. Oh, we just lost the front wheels. We could go to the smaller wheels. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Let's see what this would look like. I love the look of these wheels, though. Like, look good. Those are kind of tiny. I've done a few of those, yes. Looks smaller now. Alright, if we're doing this, we also gotta change the spare out. See how this looks, see how this drives. See if it bumps us out of C tier too. Nah. Yeah, no. This is not... It looks hilarious now. Nah. I think going for the aesthetic is better than making it a good race car, honestly, in this situation. Alright. I'm gonna duplicate this once more. Electrodock. Here, let me... This is one of the planes that I built with the propellers. Here's a car I built the other night. Rename. Trophy truck. Torfy truck, yes, Torfy truck. I am just having a stroke, don't mind me. Move to finish builds. Put those servo things on the back. I don't think so. Honestly, yeah, the back could be higher, but it's... That would cause issues, I think, trying to put the back wheels on servos. I see a block that I don't have painted. I see 2 blocks I don't have painted. Alright. I might raise... I might raise the... I think for now I'm quite happy with how it looks and how it drives. I don't want to tear apart the suspension again. Let's see, can it climb a 45-degree angle? Oh. I'm stuck. I don't know the exact ratios, to be honest. Joke's on you, this is actually our drift car. After all of that yesterday, this is better at drifting. No, it was 2 days ago, yeah. I didn't stream yesterday. Seems so. You can't really stack suspension that I know of. Essentially, suspension can only connect to wheels, and wheels can only connect to suspension. You try the wheels you were using on the drift car, see if the car will still drift. Alright, I'll go back to build. I'm going to... This is under finished builds now. Duplicate, I'm going to move this out of finished builds. So we had the road tires on the front. And then we had small tires on the back. Yeah, the gear ratios don't match the visuals of the gears. I think someone in the comments of that stream, or the stream got broken up because of issues, but in the comments of that stream, I think there was someone who actually did the calculations for it. Oh, I didn't have enough momentum to carry me through that corner. Oh, got a little too sideways. The spare won't fit. Actually, I don't think the drift chassis was longer. I think we kept going for shorter and shorter wheelbases to increase the actual turning effect of the front wheels. Alright, I'm going to leave that be because that's kind of funny. It's kind of fun. Drift truck. Alright, finished builds. By the way, this muscle car is already up on the workshop if anyone wants to grab it. I am, however, going to upload this one as well. Grab Steam. The impressive fleets. I had Foxhole pulled up. I was looking at the trailer for it. Workshop items. Trophy truck. Item is awaiting analysis by our automated system. Edit title. There we go. My changes have been saved. Why not use those wheels you get? I'm not using the thin wheels because I want it to look like a car when I'm done. And those bicycle wheels do not look like a car. Um, yeah, it's an aesthetic thing. I really just don't like the look of them. All right, let's head back. Let's get some screenshots of this. Let's get the flag out from our chassis. Add an edit image. Something went wrong. Upload can't be bigger than 2 megabytes. I should be able to compress this image pretty easily, shouldn't I? Oh, you don't like PNGs. Eek. GIMP. New project. Don't really care. Doink. File. Export as. Um. Fun fact, bicycle wheels have a really high wind resistance. Interesting. Pro feed rock. Screenshot 1. Steam, are you going to allow me to video thumbnail? Go. I'm just getting the thumbnails for the upload. Doo-doo. Save and continue. Um, Acts like a reaction wheel. Here, I'll show you what they mean by that. So if I go back to garage, and the game is bugged, I gotta reload the game. Un momento, por favor. I have broken something again. Close the window. There we go. Essentially, instead of it trying to stabilize the vehicle, if you spin a weight, it'll impart a force onto the vehicle. Like, it'll impart a... Spinning the weight causes the vehicle itself to want to counter-rotate. You could possibly balance a spinning weight on an axle that spins itself, but I'm not sure how well that would actually work as a gyro. Real quick, demonstrating what we were talking about, the gyro, the reaction wheel. Does this one have one? Yes. So this car has one. Equal and opposite, yeah, physics. So in this situation, if I am airborne, I can just actually spin the vehicle with that weight back there. And it's something I use a lot in vehicles to help with turning. Yeah. It could really be used for all pitch, roll, yaw if you wanted to. Who's asking about props? Trying to break sound barrier. I think it can be done. I've actually gotten this to like 600. And the sound barrier is only at 12. So it's just... Yeah, it worked for pitch, roll, yaw, everything. Yeah. I can go to the large map. I was just coming here because fun. Free drive, supersonic. Yeah, more realistic test conditions for like racing and stuff. However, this is just top speed, sand flats, that sort of... don't even want to look at the wind resistance of these two. Yeah, I found the helipad of the map, but you can't actually spawn there. It's not a... It's... The spawn location is off the map when you go to select it. I'm running 60 frames right now. Admittedly, I do have a pretty big PC. If I grab something just absolutely monstrous like this thing, 5,700 kilograms. This thing is massive. This thing will lag me. I'm chugging at 36 frames, 38, 40, 37. Yeah, around 37, 40 frames when I'm playing with this thing. $50, $60, $40, $40. It's reasonable. And this is a really big thing. 50 frames. Yeah, I'm hovering between 40 and 50 frames, to be honest. 60 frames even now. My GPU? I have a 3060 Ti. 30 frames, yeah. The lowest I've gotten is 30 frames. I'm also going to do some stuff really quickly. I'm going to post this over to the Screwdriver's Discord. Have I played Trailmakers? Yes, I have. I prefer this over Trailmakers. Quite significantly, actually. There we go. So I had a 2080 Super in here, but it started overheating. And at the time, I just got the 3060 because it was really cheap. Yeah, this has gears. I've played Trailmakers, and it's very cartoonish. There's very little like design and engineer that goes into something. I've replaced the thermal paste on the 2080. I actually did that before I bought the 3060, and I just couldn't get it to stay at temp. It runs fine for most applications. However, as soon as I do anything that's like VR levels of intensive, because I do actually have VR and I play VR, anytime I would do anything in VR, I would only have like 10-15 minutes of playtime before the GPU would overheat. Boink. This thing looks just absolutely amazing. It's a pretty big case. I've cleaned it out and I've like done all the dusting for it. It just, I don't know what it was. Admittedly, it was, I was putting it through a lot of stress, just making it be a workhorse, playing like VR stuff, doing video editing, and yeah. I think it was, I think I was running that GPU for like 4 years when it finally gave out. Here's the thing, is like, I'm not mad that it broke. It's just, it was an old GPU at the time. I had put it through its paces. It had done its job. It was just, yeah. Oh, no. I don't know what's causing it to turn like this in the air, at least. Also, I see another piece that I didn't paint. Yeah, it's paid for itself. All right. It's not the fastest. It's not the strongest, but I am happy. It drives well. It looks good. Honestly, like, the aesthetics is something I'm starting to really enjoy with this game. My fastest build? Does it only have 75 horsepower? 72? No, it's 217. 217 horsepower. It is nearly 2,000 kilograms. The wind resistance. I want to see the wind model on this. I could possibly improve, because this, I think this right here is where a lot of that wind resistance is coming from. I could possibly improve this. Nope. That made it worse. That's fine. Oh well. It's a trophy truck. It doesn't need to be the most wind-resistant thing. Spare tire alone is an extra 100 points. No, it's only another 20. Actually, wait, no. No, it's not calculating. Okay. Interesting. I haven't killed the servo yet. Not a servo, the server. Misspoke there. I have had servers. I haven't killed them yet. Yeah, from what I can tell, wheels aren't calculated in wind resistance. All of the air just going through the cab here. These are the biggest off-road wheels. Yeah, they're the biggest. They're the biggest off-road wheels. Yeah, you can see the wind just goes through it, yeah. And even here, it's just going through it. Oh, this thing looks so good. Just looks gorgeous. .35 wind resistance. Your suggestion? What was that, Jeremy? Yeah, toolbar at the bottom. It does have a part picker though, so that's at least somewhat useful when it comes to building nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, a little too much momentum. It's also my best drifter. Oh, fuck. Might need to grab myself some more to drink. Trophies, truck, suspension. Go-kart next. I think I'm gonna just keep using the pole that I put up earlier and just kind of do the second, third place from the pole. And then I might run another one. Water. Yeah. I have some tea. I drink a lot of tea. Over on the channel's like community board, there is a poll that I ran for what I should do next stream, and Trophy Truck won. Let's actually look at it. Create post. The options were trophy truck, semi truck, another jet propeller car, a bomber plane, and a propeller sled. So I might do a bomber plane next stream. Not particularly. There are downforce, like fins and stuff you can put on cars like these. However, you can turn those upside down and they function. Not a good lineup. Yeah. Currently this is using just the in-game air controls, but I do want to do one that actually uses proper fins and stuff soon. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. Is use the stepper motor for it. Oh, don't stall. Just sitting here, I'm just practicing loops through the tunnel. Oh, I broke the tail. Um, it only has 4 of the 250s. It just has 4 of them. That's run through gears, and then it just spins 4 sets of props. No turbos. Because you're revving so high because you're constantly in the highest RPM of the engine, you don't actually use the turbo. Because the turbo is at the peak of the engine, but you're revving past that. So, yes, longer props do have better force. However, these are basically compact but powerful. The props that I use. If I extend them out wider, yes, they would produce more power. However, they would be much larger, which in itself has issues. I just love how clean these torque curves are with this transmission I built. Because this and this use the same exact transmission, by the way, if it isn't obvious. Someone asked me this the other day. I don't entirely know. I think I had an idea when they asked last time. Honestly, I do think the planetary gears would be great if you could do like an actual planetary gear does when you're dealing with automatic transmissions, allow the outer ring to slip or have some sort of interaction with the outer ring of the planetary gear. Oh yeah, I think we were talking about differentials. Yeah, differentials was a big one that we wanted to do. Because right now the game acts like you always have an open differential. AKA, if one of your wheels is off the ground, all your power goes to that wheel. Which means you can't do four-wheel drive vehicles really well. Yes, this is all-wheel drive. But if one of these wheels gets off the ground, all of the power's gone. There's nothing there. Oh, it was you. It was you, Helix. I don't entirely remember what we had said, but I do think it was something along the lines of the differentials. Thrusters, not particularly. The game is cars first and foremost, and while we have managed to make planes, I don't think thrusters are necessary in any way. Yeah, it's all-wheel drive, not four-wheel drive. However, that in itself is a debate. What's the difference between all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive? My understanding of all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is all-wheel drive is all wheels all the time. Four-wheel drive is a two-wheel drive with the option to click into a fourth, or into a second set where you have all four wheels engaged. Yeah. Or you could also say four-wheel drive has a locking differential or a limited slip differential, while all-wheel drive usually uses an open diff or some sort of other... Yeah. Logic. Yeah. There's just water here. I know this has already been reported as a bug to the devs. Yeah, logic would be pretty high up there. Differentials. Here's the thing, I don't want this... I don't think this game needs to be like Scrap Mechanic, to have logic and computers and stuff in it. It would make certain things nicer, but not necessary. There's a lot of things I'd like to be added into this game. honestly. Like a larger gear shifter, having planetary gears work like actual planetary gears where you could hold or allow the outer to slip and gear ratio tomfuckery. Yeah, stepper motors need to work correctly. Key bindings. Honestly, key bindings, like a good key binding system, would be better than any additional items right now. Yeah, planetary gears or some sort of like lock for planetary gears. Yeah, a clutch would be good. I kind of get that being able to place blocks wherever you wish. But I also do kind of like how this current build system is set up, because it requires you to place a connection. Because, like, for games like Trailmakers or Scrap Mechanic, blocks just glue themselves together wherever they touch. And Stormworks does this pretty similarly. Blocks just kind of glue themselves together wherever they touch, unless you put a joint there. With with this game, you have to designate a connection. You have to glue the parts together. So I do kind of like this system where you have to build out. I understand that in some cases it's nicer just to be able to put a block wherever you want. Like the 90-degree gears, those you can actually do that with. They'll actually place anywhere. As long as they're like attached to it. Here, go back to building. So if I grab the 90-degree gear, I can place it hovering. It will try and find somewhere I can connect to, and I can place it here. Yeah, modeled after Technic. I wish the gears would do that, though. Where the gears, you could just put a gear against a gear, and it would allow you to place it. In the same way you can do with these. Actually, I am curious what the limitations of these gears are, because it's wanting to allow me to place it here and connect. But I don't think those would actually interact. Yeah, that might be a thing too. Um, just this transmission is so tiny. Literally, the entire transmission fits in. It's just the engine is under the hood. The transmission fits from here to here. Transmission fits from here to here, which is actually really nice and quite realistic with where your transmission actually lies inside of your vehicle. Because there's my engine up there up front, and then there's the transmission right here. Hmm. Many corner gear placements where they don't actually interact. Yeah, some sort of clutch would be nice. My favorite build. This is a lot of fun to just fly around. I would honestly have to say it might be this jet. Because trophy truck, this looks gorgeous. It's not the most effective. This, it's pretty good, and it's pretty nice. Nice looking. Then you have like some of my cars down here. These are absolute speed demons. These will rip up a track. But they're just engines with gears. That's all they are. They look ugly. This fills its function. This looks nice. And this is actually really fun to just fly around and dart through tunnels and stuff. So the armor pieces were to lower the center of mass, but also because it's a trophy truck, we expected to like slam into stuff. I might remove the weights. Here, let me duplicate the trophy truck. Let me remove the armor. Except for that one. That one actually is structural. Let's see if the weight goes down. 1.7. We do lose quite a bit of weight if we do that. Just so the truck doesn't look out of place. One 1.889. 1.762. Hi, killer. Okay, free drive. Does have some rock crawling capabilities. Says that and immediately gets it stuck on the next rock I touch. Yep. There we go. There's that one wheel spinning, and therefore I have 0 traction. I still, regardless of the weight reduction, I still don't have enough power to actually push this up a hill that inclined. We tried to do that helix, and it's just not really good. The best alternative we found is just putting an engine on every tire. We tried doing it with manual gear shifts, and it's just... The game goes... There's no gear ratios here. Even though technically the gears would engage different wheels at different times, it doesn't see a change in gear ratio, so you can't even move the shifters with the manual shifting. Yeah, I kind of like the heavier one anyway. I'm gonna keep this one. What, the trophy truck? Yeah, weight transfers good momentum. There's this weird physics thing that's happening when I turn, but I don't see where the wheels are colliding with anything. Yeah, there it is. Where's... I don't get it. Yeah, because I could see some concern where it's like, oh, someone could just download your car, change 2 things, and re-upload it, or just change the paint and re-upload it. have ground clearance to actually do that. Alright. I do think I am going to end the stream here shortly, since we've kind of finished the build and we've just been enjoying driving it around a little bit. This is up on the workshop already if you want to go take a look at it. If any of the parts remain, maybe, yeah, I could see that. I can see that, but at the same time, like, games like Scrap Mechanic and Stormworks don't even have that level of complexity to their uploads, I don't think. Alright. I'm getting hungry. I'm going to end it here. I'm actually really happy with how this looks and how this has turned out. So, I'm going to say this now. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. And until next time, peace. Ooh, as soon as I find where the end stream button is, there it is.